It's time for Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. This program is paid for by Crockett & Sons Enterprises and does not necessarily reflect the views of this station. Hey guys, what's on deck for today?
Well, look who's back in the building again after vacationing in parts of the world I do not know.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Back in the city again, man, and feeling real good. You know, I feel international. I feel real tropical today.
You look it, man. You look lighter.
Yeah,
Not
man.
lighter.
Yeah, he looks lighter.
He was closer to the sun, huh?
Well,
Yes, Lord.
you
So
know.
you should be a little darker.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
weight loss.
I got them calories up off me. You see?
I understand.
Yeah, I was out there drinking coconut water.
Yeah, so
Right.
In St. Lucia.
he been living well. And, of course, the Harris County Treasurer, Dr. Carla Wyatt, is in the building with us.
Thank
Yes,
you,
Lord.
sir.
Good
Thank
morning.
you. It's a blessing to be here.
It is definitely a blessing. Of course, Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV when you see the C.
You know it's me, and when you hear the C, it's Crockett ain't.
AV. Tax season is in full effect. Business season, healthcare, insurance. You can get all your essential family needs. Call the Crockett & Son Enterprise Corporate Office, 281-576-9119. Tax season, Mike.
Yes, sir. It's raining chicks right now. You
I didn't
understand
want to
me?
give an amount last week because I didn't want to say the wrong amount.
Yes, sir. I heard you. It's up to $6,000
Okay.
within up to $6,000 cash advance within an hour into your account. Come by and see me if you would like some of that.
See, I would have said the wrong thing. I might have would have probably said 60,000 or something. I would have been.
Oh, gee, don't you tell one of them on me.
But yeah,
Don't you tell one of them on me.
Speaking now, since we're talking finances and money, Dr. Wyatt, you got to explain to everybody your position, of course, as the Harris County Treasurer. What does that mean? Because when I think about it, you know, especially being on the praise station, I'm thinking about the treasurers that hung with Jesus or those that were just there with the prophets and those in the temple. But tell us what the Harris County Treasurer does.
Well, the Harris County Treasurer is a treasurer just like any treasurer in an organization. So anybody who's familiar with an organization like the Rotary Club or Masons or your Bacon group, sorority, fraternities, and things of that nature, you have a treasurer, and those people are responsible for moving the money to where it needs to be and assuring the members or organizations, in my situation, assuring the citizens of Harris County that we're moving that money properly.
Yeah.
Beautiful
Now,
thing.
this is money for what different areas? Or what
Well,
is it used for?
It's funny that you say that because you asked me that question because fortunately for me, I know I look like I'm 12. I know.
Yeah, you do. You do.
21 at least.
Okay.
However,
Old enough. Old enough.
but I have been at Harris County for the last 20 years.
Wow.
So I've had the privilege of working in many of the departments that we serve, all of the departments that we serve. In that case, Harris County Flood Control, Toll Road, Right-of-Way, Construction. I've worked in all of those departments. I've worked in engineering. I've had the opportunity to work for a county commissioner, as well as a constable. And so all the elected officials, all of the different departments at Harris County that serve the constituents of Harris County, that's who we work with.
Okay. Now, I know the fire department just got a big raise? I'm assuming. Am I saying that right? Or
Well, the fire department is a part of the city of Houston, not Harris County.
Okay.
And so sometimes we work together,
Okay.
but it's a different organization. So
Okay.
we have a fire marshal.
Okay. Did the fire marshal get a raise?
Not that I know of.
Okay,
I might
okay.
have to call her and ask
Yeah,
her.
we have to see.
Yeah.
I'm checking it. You said we checking all
Taking
the money in Harris
inventory.
County. Yeah, we taking
Yeah,
inventory.
so we make sure that individuals who serve jury duty receive their
Amen.
juror pay. One of the programs that we worked on here recently, along with the help of Commissioner Ellis, was to work to increase the juror pay. So juror pay used to be $6 a day,
I'm a witness.
and it has gone up to $30 for the first day and $20 every day thereafter. So
$30.
the citizens can at least pay for their parking.
Come on, at least come on now.
$30.
They ain't getting paid what the parking is to be there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what we do. And like I said, fortunately for me, I started out as an intern at Harris County.
Okay.
And that's how I had the privilege of working in all of those different departments. Working as a special projects person, it doesn't sound real fancy, but what happens is when a hurricane comes, such as Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Harvey came, and what do? You send the intern.
Right.
And so
Right.
during Hurricane Harvey, I was charged with the responsibility of all communications for that particular event. You didn't see me,
Yeah.
but I was in the back
Right
throwing
in the
chairs
trenches making it happen.
and screaming at people.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Beautiful thing. So tell me this: how does the community actually connect with the Treasury Department?
well, the community, again, as far as the juror pay and things of that nature, and it's you keep asking the right questions. This is right on time, because as the new Harris County Treasurer, I'm starting to implement some new programming, and so we're looking at doing some financial literacy programming, helping individuals understand where their taxpayer dollars are going, because before me, people knew that there was a treasurer, but I'm Carla like the Hurricane, Wyatt like Earth, so it's a different new sheriff in town.
It's a new sheriff.
And so,
we see that.
So we're having the privilege of working with citizens, and I'm a community engagement person. That's what I've done pretty much all my life.
Dr. Carla, I'm glad you said that, especially with financial literacy. Let's kind of open that up. So what does that mean as far as the community connection? Because if we be truthful, a lot of people in Harris County and Houston and whatever, we don't know what goes on in the Treasury Department. We have no idea.
Right, and
so,
how
how does that operate?
Even just saying that the Harris County's Treasury Department is finna connect the community to financial literacy even on an educational basis. What does that look like? That's amazing.
We're on the ground floor, so if anybody has any suggestions, recommendations, or ideas, we're looking for that. But in my perspective, I look at everything in fours, because we have 4 county commissioners, and so we need to make sure that we're representing each one of those commissioners well and serving the constituents in each of those areas. And so I always think of it as a fork. You can pick up more with a fork than you can with a toothpick. And so working with other organizations that actually do that, people that have contracts with Harris County may be able to give us some insight on those types of things. And so, like I said, I'm not an office person. I don't do well just sitting still. And so I'm so happy to have the connections that I have, having had the opportunity over the last 20 years to connect with all these different departments. So people, I still kind of feel like a special projects person.
That's a closer connection with the community, because like you said, even with the hurricane, you're putting the accent, but really you're connecting with the community and people who've been affected. I think that's the greater teacher, because you're able to hear from what's happening out on the street level, so to speak.
Absolutely. And I'm from South Park, Texas.
Come on now.
I grew up on MLK and Digby Street. The
we know
original
where you are. We know.
Burger Park.
Original
Chimichurri.
Right.
Candy Stripe.
Yes, Lord.
Can't argue with none of that.
So I feel well connected, and I've had the opportunity to work in all of the precincts, and like I said, working with all these different departments. I've had so much exposure, and so all of this God just put all this together for me. I didn't know that this was what was happening to me. Most of the time I went kicking and screaming and fighting and didn't really want to go. But once I get to where I am and settle down and relax, I realize that everything is okay. So you can't have a testimony if you don't have a test.
Facts of life.
Thank God for those tests.
So
Dr. Carla Wyatt, of course, Harris County Treasurer on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. If you're needing business, healthcare, insurance, tax, or other essential family needs, call the Crockett and Son Enterprise Corporate Office at 281-576-9119.
Yeah, beautiful thing. I'm so excited to have you here. I'm always interested in seeing how the counties work, the city and the counties, and how they come together. You just were speaking on the county being separated into 4.
We have 4 county commissioners.
Right.
Absolutely.
So most of the community don't even understand that connection. How does that break down in the city, and how does that impact each community?
Well, at the county, we have, different tools and services that we provide to the different departments. And I used to work for one of our GIS groups where we put together mapping systems so that you can understand how your county commissioner's precinct may overlap with one of your city council members.
Right.
Which they're 2 different organizations, but they cover the same area.
Right.
The county, of course, is bigger than the city, and we have multiple cities within Harris County, West U, and other cities that are inside of the city, but inside of the county.
Right.
But I am a community person. I'm just. That's just who I am.
Yeah, it's hard. It's your nature.
It's very
your passion.
hard.
Yeah.
It's challenging because when you're a community person and you see a issue or a opportunity, I should say,
Right.
You want to try to fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything may not be under your umbrella, so you have to have the type of life skills that allow you to bridge the gap, not only between you and the community, but also between the community and the people that serve those communities. And so I'm just happy that I have this chance, that God allowed me to be the first African American person
Wow. Come on
to
now.
be Harris County Treasurer. I was working at one of the precincts at the time, and I went to my boss, I guess I'll say. I don't use that word lightly,
Right.
Because I'm kind of bossy myself.
I get it.
And I said, hey, I think I'm going to run for Harris County. I'm going to run for office. And he said, I don't care what you do, just don't do it on county time.
Like I say, right now is not the time.
Yeah, just don't do it on county time.
Yeah, and enjoy the moment.
And I did, and I got out there, literally broke my foot right out here off of 610, putting up signs. I became the zip tie queen because I was putting signs up myself, because I don't feel comfortable if I'm not involved in what's going on.
Yeah.
And I don't want to ask you to do something that
That
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
willing
do.
to do.
Myself,
Come on now.
Yeah. I think that's part of, like you said, part of your journey with being, ground roots, and you having to come up and work, as you said, special projects throughout the process of God opening this door for you. I think that benefited you in the long run, because you can identify with every area.
Absolutely. I've worked for I've been working for a long time. I feel like I've been working since I was like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
At least 10, I know.
Come on now. In the community.
In the community. you
Yeah.
know. I attend El Bethel Missionary Baptist Church in Sunnyside, and we grew up in that church. And I professed to my mother one day, I think I was about 10 years old, and I said, do we have to go to Sunday school? And she said, yes.
Yeah.
I said, but it's so early in the morning. She said, yes. And so I said, well, if I have to go, can I just teach? And she said, yes.
Right.
And so I started teaching Sunday school around 10 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I tricked myself
Yeah.
because I learned way more, because you can't teach something
You don't
that you
know.
don't know.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
So-
Which was a good move for you.
Yeah, good. Great move.
And like I said, that road has just been paved for me the entire way. I didn't know that was happening. I don't know what's in the future, but I'm truly excited about it. I'm truly excited to be on here with Brother Crockett with his handsome self.
You see,
he's sharp, got his feather and all that good stuff.
Yeah, wow. But yeah,
Not the feather.
some got to go with the hat.
Some got to go with that.
Yeah.
Dr. Carla Wyatt, of course, Harris County Treasurer on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. Call the corporate office at 281-576-9119. It's just so much to unpack. I think about Senator
Bless
Rodney
you.
Ellis, and I go down to Tom Bass Parker all the time. So I think about those centers and how much resources is available with just within that. Being able to have free access not only to the gym and the park facilities and all that. So how much of that is, I know we with our tax dollars and stuff, part of that is paid, but how much more stuff will be done differently under your administration, especially being in this position with our parks?
I don't have control over that particular portion. Those parks, buildings, bridges, roads, all of those things are cared for and paid for through the precincts.
Okay.
And so we pass the money to where it needs to go, to the contractors, the different departments and things of that nature. But having the opportunity and or the ear of commissioners and having had the opportunity to work physically in those areas, I have a different type of insight.
Yeah.
Not that it's better or it's worse. It's just different.
I think, I know you're going to let your voice be heard.
Yeah, I see that on you.
I'm kind of quiet. I think I'm
shy
and bashful,
You see what I did? I turned this way.
Did you turn? You don't want to get struck by lightning.
Not the Sunday school teacher at 10 years old.
Not at 10. Yeah,
well-
very. I guess she said quietly, but she's very effective with her communication.
Yeah,
Is that what she's saying to us?
I'm gonna go with you on that.
Yeah. She stand on her word when she said it.
I have a very good teacher. My mother she's still here with me.
Yeah.
She and I'm blessed to have my mother,
Yeah,
both my
praise
parents.
God. Come on now,
That's
praise
a
God.
blessing. Yeah.
But she's a very good teacher, and she mean what she say. My mother was the type of mother, she didn't have to use a whole bunch of words.
No.
All she had to do was turn.
That's that old school.
And if you saw that turn, you like, oh Lord, is she looking at me?
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that's that old
That's
school.
a real thing.
Yeah, that's that old school.
And we love and respect her in that same manner.
Yeah.
To
Right
this
now
day.
today.
To
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah. That's real.
Talk to those, because I just love your journey and just hearing, like I said, how you started. You know, the humble beginnings, and we use that word in the church, the humble beginnings, and how you had to, from the grassroots, learn so much.
And be the first
be
black
the first.
person.
So take us into this moment, because it's historic. But at the same time, you still had to put in the work. But this was an open door that was always there for you. But because you put in the work early, you were able to navigate and work yourself up. And a lot of people want to take the shortcut. They want to be in your
explain
seat
the
where
value
you are
of
right
the
now.
route you took.
Yeah.
The value of the route that I've been fortunate to have is there are no shortcuts.
Yeah.
You have to turn your mess into your message.
Yeah.
I'm not a perfect person. I've made a lot of mistakes in life.
Lord.
I've fallen down, gotten up. But it's not about how many times you fall. It's about how many times you're willing to get up, crawl,
And keep
walk,
going.
roll, or do whatever you have to do to get to where
I love it.
you're trying to go. And so I've just been fortunate in that regard. And like I said, working with all our different departments, I've put out the trash.
Yeah.
And I'll do it again if I have to.
Right.
I believe.
Right.
Because that is what.
Yeah, you sound like a servant first.
I'm not a politician by any stretch of the imagination. I can't be a preacher because I cuss too much. Oh, my mama gonna hear that. I'm sorry.
Well, there's a lot of cousin preachers, and there was
but
cousin Peter too. So,
Yeah.
well, go ahead on.
But I'm a public servant.
Yeah.
Right.
That's who I am. And I'm just fortunate to have this opportunity. It brings tears to my eyes sometimes because I probably don't deserve it, but God has taken me this way anyway.
Come on now. It's
Anyway.
called grace.
Yeah.
It's
Thank
called
God
grace.
for it. Yeah.
Man, come on now.
Thank God for grace.
Look, when you get to talking about that, and
Yes,
I
sir.
look at myself.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, Lord. That's all I got to say from here to there, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you a question. How do the businesses in the community connect with the Treasury Department?
Well, the businesses in the community or in Harris County at large, some of them have contracts with the county to do particular things because you have contractors, then you have subcontractors.
Right.
All of those things work together with the purchasing office and the auditor's office and, like I said, the commissioners, whatever projects they decide to do in their particular precincts,
Right.
all of that flows through me. I'm trying to actually put my hands on it.
Yeah, because here go
Yeah,
the,
I want to get involved in it.
standing up for the entrepreneurs on this side of the
Yes,
table,
sir.
right? What we want to know is how do we connect into that? See, it's a lot of, man, they have contracts and people have contracts, and that's how it's said. But no,
There's a process.
Yeah.
Wow, come on now.
Yeah.
Open that process,
man.
bro.
I'm talking about that Johnny in a
Yeah.
book that's locked and sealed and got cement bricks on it.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna have a series of conversations here.
Yeah.
This sounds like, to me, it sounds like a series of different conversations.
I agree with you. We got to have you
because-
back because we got to peel back that thing
Yeah.
right there and open. That's when we talk about connecting to the community. Let's open up the community to understanding the process so that they can connect. I hear that in your passion, in your nature. That's what you
Yes.
want to do because you're a community person.
I am, and one of the reasons why I say I see this as a series of conversations, and it don't necessarily have to be me in front of the microphone. It could be somebody else, or it could just be a conversation that we have. Is because there's so much to unpack.
Right.
Things have Harris County been around for a long
time. And still building
It's still
itself.
growing, and we're
Yeah.
still growing and still expanding. And so the community has the opportunity. Like I said, there's a whole bid process. You go through the process through the purchasing office, or a contract is let, and they bring in subcontractors and things of that nature. But me personally, I don't want your only encounter with Harris County to be with law enforcement or jury duty.
Come on
or,
now.
You know,
Come on now. That's what
we like-
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being real with me.
That's just the
'Cause
truth.
That's what the community know. We know getting pulled over.
Yeah.
We know getting took to jail for tickets.
And most of them don't
right?
want to go to jury duty.
Come on now.
And a lot
Or
of
jury
people,
duty.
a lot of people don't. don't have the citizenship at this time in their spirit, the citizenship-ness
right.
to go serve jury duty.
Yeah,
that's your civic duty.
We don't see that.
I know y'all raised it up, but still,
come on.
Ness.
When it come through mine, when I get them in the mail, I have to, let's just say she had to motivate me.
Yeah.
Well, and I misspoke. I said citizenship, but I mean civicness.
Yeah, civicness.
So let me correct myself. I'm not afraid to be corrected. You know, I'm one of those people. If you see me doing something that's not right or made a mistake,
pull my coat.
Yeah, let me know. Don't let me walk around with powder on the back of my jacket.
Don't
dust me off.
I know.
Come on now.
I know.
Are we together or is we together? That's the question.
So how does the business person then find out? Because you said there's a lot, there's a process to go, but like, where do we begin? Like, where do we start, especially when it comes to Harris County? Because we got to understand the divide between Harris County City and all this as well. So,
that's already a thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the exact protocol and plan in front of me right now, so I don't want to lie to you.
I get it. I get it.
I'm probably one lie away, so I don't want to waste it on that.
Don't be one away. I feel like your mama gonna come.
Come on now.
I don't want to waste it on that.
Somebody go bust through here with some holy oil.
We can certainly delve into the steps that it takes. I know that the majority. I've never held a contract with Harris County.
Okay. Take us to the steps then.
So. Working with the purchasing office and getting whatever your bid is and whatever the requirements are. It's just like applying for a scholarship, applying for a job. Right. So
the one question that I want to ask is on behalf of business owners. Mm-hmm. So basically, the Harris County does not own any companies. They contract out for everything that needs to be done.
We contract out for certain services that need to be done.
There you go.
So you can't. I can't say everything.
Go ahead.
Because we do have people who work for the sheriff's department, so we don't contract that part out.
Right.
We do have people who work for flood control, but they may have contractors that actually come and dredge the ditches and things of that nature to clear the waterways and assure that those rainwaters get to the proper location and go out where it's supposed to go so that your home hopefully don't flood.
Yeah.
Praise the Lord.
So that's just a general type of contract, so you can see what it means.
And that's the whole idea.
Yeah.
Because most entrepreneurs have no idea of what it looks like to do business with the county.
Nope, at all.
And it's a learning process, and fortunately, we're on fortunately and unfortunately, because some of this could have probably been taken care of years ago as far as educating people on certain things, but it's ever evolving. So it's unfair to say that they should have did it back then because it's ever evolving, and so as processes change. The people have to move with the process so that they can understand how to apply for or put in a bid for that particular project. And I give you a perfect example. I'm a TSU graduate. I got my little TSU cup here. I'm a Tiger. Also went to Missouri State, but I'm a TSU Tiger.
We're going to just stick with TSU.
We're going to stick with TSU.
We're going to stick with that HBCU.
That's the only Tiger we recognize.
Okay. Come on now.
But, there was an instance where I was sitting and going to the copy machine in the biology department. That's when back in the day, and there was a young lady filling out an application to TCEQ, which is the Texas Commission of Environmental Quality, an internship. And I said, "Oh, what's that?" And she said, "Oh, I'm applying for a scholarship." I said, "Oh, an internship." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Oh, can I see it?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, can I borrow it for a second?" She said, "Yeah." I went and made a copy of it with all of her information on it. And then I took some liquid paper and I made another copy without her information.
Yeah.
And then I turned it in and I got the internship and she didn't.
Wow.
But we still good friends.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I understand certain things had to be done.
It had to be done.
Yeah. We both got in.
But I had to go through the process.
Yeah. Right.
Had I not gone through the process and the steps and was looking, as AV said, looking for the shortcut, I never would have walked into TCEQ off of Polk Street. With, Leonard Spearman was my supervisor at the time. I looked around the room. I saw a TSU, something on the shelf. I said, I got in.
You got in. There it is.
So kicked my feet up on the desk and said, "I ain't leaving till you give me an internship."
That's how we do it.
I love it.
We do what people won't do today so we can do what people can't do tomorrow.
I would love to provide further detail on that, but
Yeah.
I want to give you correct information.
Yeah, I'm with that, and I
we
will respect
appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah, just you taking the time out to come and share, and let us honor you being the first African
come
American
on in
female
every
this
way.
position. Yeah,
Man, I love
which
it.
is
I
which
love
is
it. I love
awesome,
it.
Dr. Carla
And
Wyatt.
we love the fact that you are in your position.
Yeah,
And definitely for the community.
yeah.
I am the community. I
Yeah.
can't,
That is.
I can't not be for
Yeah.
myself.
So y'all just heard it
Yeah.
right here on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and
She
AV,
is.
the Harris County Treasurer.
She is.
First black person that is the Harris County Treasurer.
community.
Is the community.
That's what she said.
Yes, Lord.
That's what Dr. Carla Wyatt said. How can everybody follow you and keep up with you if they want to contact you? Because we want to celebrate you being in this position as well, but they may have some questions for you, Dr. Carla.
I understand. Well, I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. My office is online. You can call the office or send me an email, carla.wyatt@harristcounty.tx.gov. That's my direct email. And
Yeah.
Don't go to nobody else and come to me.
I mean, like,
So if
type it.
you email me, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be that's AV.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that over there for a little while.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Then I'm gonna call your phone after that.
Yeah. Come on,
I was
dog.
like, I know you got my email, but man, this has definitely been awesome. We got a couple of minutes left, but when you kind of sum up the journey, Dr. Carla Wyatt, right now in this season of your life, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
The first thing that comes to my mind when I look at this particular season of my life is that I'm alive and I'm blessed beyond measure.
Yeah.
Wow. Carla, like the hurricane, Wyatt, like Earp. Some people call me trouble, but
That's all right.
can't.
Good trouble.
Good trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe some bad trouble too, but good trouble
Yeah.
for the most part. But that's it's just I'm just blessed and fortunate, and I'm blessed and fortunate to be here with you gentlemen, and
That's
I wish
our
you
pleasure.
nothing but joy, happiness, and healthy rest of your life.
Come
on
if you
now.
never see me again.
Beautiful.
Well, we're gonna see you
We're gonna
again.
see you again because
Yeah.
we're gonna unpack this.
Yeah.
As you said, we're gonna have several more of these conversations
Yeah.
together on the air.
It's definitely a blessing. Listen, if you need any business, healthcare, insurance, tax, or other essential family needs, call the Crockett and Son corporate office at 281-576-9119, 281-576-9119. Raining checks, tax season?
Yes, sir. It's raining checks. Believe that and understand that we're applying all of the tax laws to make sure that you get your maximum refund. As we say, get your taxes done in Crockett and Sons and get your maximum refund.
Say it one more time. You can't
Get
just
your
throw that.
taxes done at Crockett and Sons and get your maximum refund.
He said maximum.
Yeah,
You gotta
anywhere
get that
else.
I
You
got
might
the
miss a
speech
few
down.
dollars.
I got the speech down.
When you see the C.
You know it's me, and when you hear the C, it's Crockett and.
AV, Dr. Carla Wyatt, thank you for coming on Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to Let's Talk Business with Crockett and AV. This program is paid for by Crockett and Sons Enterprises and does not necessarily reflect the views of this station. For those needing business, healthcare, insurance, tax, or other essential family needs, call the Crockett and Sons Enterprises corporate office, 281-576-9119.